Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do a small spirit message for the month of March. So the first two that came out here is we have Warrior Woman and Inner Temple. We're going to start with Warrior Woman here. Very, very beautiful card. It's pretty much telling you if you weren't afraid, what would you do? What are you being called to do or face that requires courage? If you weren't afraid, what would you do? Living a heart and soul-led life is not all fluffy and smooth sailing. Living a heart and soul-led life requires courage to triumph over fear. So often our fears are the gatekeepers to our greatest gifts. And the more resistance we have towards answering the call, the more important it is to our soul's growth. Sometimes fear is an indication that what we are facing right now. Joan of Arc was known for her courage and her famous line, "I'm not afraid, I was born to do this." But the thing about courage is that it is not possible without fear. So if you are feeling afraid, what is needed is courage, and courage comes from living from the heart. Think of your fears as opportunities to expand, rather than things that are holding you hostage. If you look at your fears in this light, then as uncomfortable as it may feel, it's actually a sign that you are on the right track. So if you were not afraid, okay, what would you do? What would you face? What do you think that you'd be doing right now? What kind of leaps would you be taking? So then we have Inner Temple. Okay, beautiful card too. Devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. What is your heart telling you to do? In other words, you're being called to a devoted student, to be a devoted student, and tune into your heart, to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be being called to develop a regular meditation, or if it's journaling or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All of the answers to all of the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart, but you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you. And so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. And it's true. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn. And you are being called to go deeper into your soul's growth, or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you have been if you already been a committed student, that you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud they are, and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you're questioning your career or your life path, your guides want you to turn your focus towards devotion and this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Wow. What a beautiful message that card brings, right? Okay, so I am going to pull some cards from the Sacred Traveler. Messages for Gemini, please. Messages for Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Gemini. Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Look at that. It's like the sword and the stone. Pretty much it is. Overcoming obstacles. And look at Warrior Woman. You're going to overcome your fears. You're going to face them. You're going to pull that sword and stand with it. You see that? Beautiful. It was like pointing out to me. That is so perfect. Oh my God. Spirit is so like creative. Yep. I love that. Traveling lightly. Simplify your life. Time to declutter. If you have been hoarding things, Gemini, it's time to clean out house, the closet, your car, your drawers in your house. Oh my God, somebody has like 5 drawers full of shit. That closet, your walk-in closet or whatever needs to be organized and cleansed. Your car, your trunk needs to be cleaned as well, is what I'm hearing. Even your emotions and stuff like that. So travel lightly. Be a minimalist. All right, let's see what the daily guidance from your angels have to say. Angels, what messages do you have for the sign of Gemini? What do you need to tell Gemini? Ground yourself. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling earthly life. Time to ground yourself. You need to find that balance, yo. What else message do you have for Gemini? If you're all over the place, you need to find some balance. Daydream. This is interesting. It says you will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seed of creativity, the seat of creativity. So whatever it is they're trying to show you when you're daydreaming, even if you're just laying on the couch doing nothing or on the bed doing nothing, pay attention to your thoughts. What are you feeling? What are you visualizing? Because that's the universe and your spirit guides trying to communicate with you, trying to show you something so that you can decode it. It's fun, right? It's like playing the game of finding the missing pieces with the universe. All right, let's get some angel answers. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know, please? What does Gemini need to know? Be assertive. Wow. We have be assertive and there's something better. Okay, so whatever it is that, you know, you're doing right now and you feel like it's not enough, or you feel like, oh my God, there's something better. There's someone better. My life cannot be like this. I know I'm meant to do something bigger and better, but what is it? If you weren't afraid, what would you do? You know what I mean? If you feel like that job that you're in is whack, you're outgrowing it, that cycle has wrapped up and you feel like you're being called out of it because you know that there's something better, that's what it's telling you. Here's your sign. Maybe it's time for you to walk out. Maybe it's time for you to look for something else. Maybe it's time for you to search for a new house or an apartment, or get out of a toxic relationship, or a relationship you feel like you guys are not on the same page. Maybe you feel like your eating habits could be better. Your workout habits could be better. Cleaning habits, parenting habits, anything like that. There's always something better you can do. So whatever it is that you're doing right now, tell yourself, what's better than this? What can I do to get there? What do I need to do, clear out, face, in order for me to get to that better place? Okay, and also be positive, be assertive, and be true and honest with yourself. Is it something you really want? Or are you just doing it to please others? Okay, so let's pull, I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Witchlings books, the books of spells, in case anybody's interested. Beautiful card. There's spells in here too. It's so cute. All right, let me see. 3 cards for Gemini. We have abundance, courage, facing fears, and communication. Okay, so let's start with those. Start with abundance first, obviously. We all want abundance. Harmonize your thinking with exactly what you desire to attract, and the universe will deliver. See, if you don't know what you want, how's the universe going to know what you want? If your mind is clouded like, ooh, I want this, but I'm not ready for it. Or this would be nice, but do I deserve it? It's like the universe is like, okay, so what the fuck do you want? Be clear and believe that you deserve it. Know that you deserve it. You want that new car? Envision it. What's the smell what is it gonna smell like to you when you sit down in that seat? Is it gonna be leather? Is it gonna be this? Is it gonna be that? How your hands are gonna feel on the steering wheel. Bumping your favorite music, how is that gonna feel? The color. Visualize all that down to the detail, and you'll realize that you'll start attracting more of that. Hell, you never know. You might end up finding someone off the streets that says, hey, I want your car. I want to switch out our rides. Or you know what? I'm selling my car because I'm moving to a different country and I just want to get rid of it. And you're like, oh my God, it's my lucky day. Shit like that happens. Miracles happen. You just got to believe in it. Okay? And then we have courage. It says, courage is the strength to stand up when it's easier to fall down. Yep. And guess what? You are going to have the strength to overcome those obstacles. Because you are a warrior woman / man. And then we have communication. It says, effective communication builds a deep bond grounded in common trust and understanding. Something tells me to read this one. I don't know why, but I feel like there's more information in here that might help you. Let's see, communication. Oh, I just passed courage too. But we don't need to read that. Oh, here it is. Ah, come on, come on, come on. Oh, her name is Poppy. Gemini, meet Poppy, your witch for the month. It says, when Poppy goes to socials, her friendliness takes the cake. For even her shortest conversations are sprinkled with give and take. Communication is the exchange of information, the language of sharing ideas through conversation, gesture, and action. When you communicate, you acknowledge the other's responses, reciprocating with your own thoughts and feelings. It takes at least two to communicate. So if you're a good listener and extend the conversation, chances are they're reciprocating by listening well in return. Effective communication builds a deep bond grounded in common trust and understanding. Being alert in the receiving end of communication is as important as the need for your own message to be heard. Words are undoubtedly a mainstay in communication, but the true key to effective communication is found in actions. A kind of action towards another can touch the heart and make a poignant statement. Effective communication involves a mutual understanding and requires that you're aware of not only what you want to communicate, but why, and developing sensitivity towards the inner language as a reminder of the mysteries interconnection of everyone and everything. And remember, it's just as important that any communication that you receive be followed with some sort of feedback to communicate to the communicator that it was understood. Perform one or all of the following spells and you will adjust yourself to the current and solid communications. So it just has little spells after that, but yeah, communication is key. Yo, look at that. You see the letter? Some of you will be getting communication and it's telling you to be assertive when that happens, or be assertive in your communication. Okay? Okay, Gemini, this was your mini little spirit message. So I hope you liked it, enjoyed it, made sense to you. Please give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in your next video. Bye, Gemini.